Wasashi Buri guys, long time no see. This is Phil, a Kiwi in Japan. Welcome to Treasures for Trigger. Today I'm going to be doing opening of some WWF Hasbro figures that I got recently, and I've got my Masters of the WWE ring here to put them on. I haven't pieced this thing together yet. Interestingly enough, I've noticed that this ring, the markings on it say 2010. And I'm sure this came out like just a couple of years ago, so obviously this is just a remake of an old ring. If anyone knows, I think this is made by Mattel, let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's not the star attraction. So today is a story about buying used figures online, and a bit of a story about not judging a book by its cover, more than meets the eye, and all those other great cliches. So I got a baggie full here of WWF figures. It was a listing which looked very normal, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing special really. If you check out this photo here, which I'll put up. At first when I saw it, I thought I've got all of these figures, the price isn't screaming by me, I'm going to leave it. And then basically about, I don't know, 30 minutes before the auction was about to close, I just was back on the website randomly, and I thought, oh, I would have a closer look at the picture. And I zoomed in and I noticed a couple of goodies that I hadn't picked up the first time I just briefly looked at the ad. So my advice is, if you see a listing with a bulk load of figures, make sure you look very closely at the picture, because there may be a few gems in there that your eye didn't pick up initially. And luckily for me, this time around, I was able to spot a few things in the picture before the auction ran out, and possibly I may have been the only one that sort of discovered the gems perhaps. The first thing I got, Luke and Butch. Yeah, in the picture actually they were sort of separated. I only picked up that the seller only had one for sale, so I thought, oh, you know, there's no point getting it, you're much better off getting them as a tag team. I looked again and I realized at the other end of the picture the other guy was in the set as well. So another copy of the Bushwhackers for the collection. Rest in peace, Butch. Yep, you can never have too many Bushwhackers, particularly being a proud Kiwi like myself, so that's fantastic. What else did we have here? We got a Sarge. Again, one of the best Hasbro WWF figures released. Always a good time when you get a Sarge. And yeah, paint app is fantastic. Spring action is really good. So these figures look like, yeah, they've been really well looked after. So that's awesome. And while they're in really minty condition, another Hulk Hogan. Oh, which version is this? Possibly version V3, V2 or V3 I think. But again, his paint apps are great. He's in really tip-top shape, so that's cool. This is Brutus Beefcake version number 2. Yeah, when I looked at the picture initially, I didn't notice or pick up that he actually had his clippers with him. So I've got this guy in really bad condition with pen marks and a lot of scuffing, but this guy, yes, he's my favorite wrestler. So great to pick up a really minty version of Brutus Beefcake version 2, all complete. Excellent. He's definitely a very valuable figure. Okie dokie. Another thing that I noticed as well, right at the end, was Greg the Hammer Valentine. Right at the bottom, his boots there had the championship belt. I think this is the same belt that comes with the Hasbro wrestling ring. So great to get another belt. Perhaps I could make one of them the Intercontinental Championship belt. That's what a Greg the Hammer Valentine would deserve. Really good to get him, and his markings on his backside. The hammer, still really good. So that's great. Okay, also in the picture, and I don't believe, and this is just an absolute bonus, I don't believe Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the picture had his 2x4. Yeah, I don't know why the seller didn't include the pictures with them with their accessories. So we've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan with his 2x4, again in really nice condition, not too much yellowing, which often happens with Hacksaw here. Yeah, amazing that he comes complete. So that's another awesome one to get. Big Boss Man with his baton. Really happy that I had a second look at that picture more closely. And I think actually the seller was like a store. It wasn't a private.
The Bushwhackers have eliminated Brutus Beefcake and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ha 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 ha. Take two. What was I saying? Yeah, it was a store, not a private seller. So obviously the store probably didn't know or understand the significance of having the accessories with the figures and how much extra value that adds to it. So for me, I was a lucky winner in that regard. Now the thing that I really wanted to get recently, I got myself a Koko B-Ware. Yeah, when I took a second look at the picture again, I noticed, not sure if it was just right behind his feet or right in front of his feet, Frankie came with his bird. So when I saw this, I thought, okay, I have to put a bid on because this is one of my favorite figures, one of my favorite characters from the Golden Era. I absolutely love Koko B-Ware and his energy and his funk. So yeah, awesome to get him complete. He's one of these guys with the terrible spring action here, but yeah, he's complete. He's not complete without having his parrot. So super duper stoked to get Koko B-Ware with Frankie. Awesome, fantastic. I want to put him at the front. Couple of extra wee bonuses. These little mini figures which were also released by Hasbro around about the same time, 1991. I've got a few of these, but again I don't have the Bushwhackers in this form. Again, really lovely condition. My buddy here, Brutus Beefcake in his hot pink, which is cool. I'm just looking at my collection behind me. So the ones that I've got so far are the Legion of Doom, Mr. Perfect, Roddy Piper, Earthquake, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So these are a nice little addition too. And another Greg Valentine here. So there we go, guys. That is my surprising little haul, another beaut little haul of wrestling figures. And yeah, it just goes to show, yeah, keep your eyes peeled, look closely at those sort of bulk photos, and yeah, you might see a couple of nuggets inside. So yeah, luckily for me, just before the auction was finishing, I saw that Koko came with Frankie. I noticed also that Brutus had his clippers here. I noticed that I had both members of the Bushwhackers to make the tag team, and then I had a bit of a hunch that perhaps Hacksaw Jim Duggan and also Big Boss Man came with their accessories too, and yeah, I was right. So all in great condition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 complete, beautiful conditioned Hasbro figures. I had all of these guys, but I didn't have all of the accessories and a few of the mini Hasbros as well to add to the collection, being one of my favorites to collect in Japan. They just pop on the shelf, very colourful, they don't take up too much space, and again, just great memories of the golden era of WWF wrestling back in the good old days of the late 80s and early 90s. Alright guys, that's enough from me. This has been Treasures for Trigger, a Kiwi in Japan. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Sayonara. Bye.
Hey Butch, Yeah, Cousin Luke. What do you call a mini bushwhacker? I don't know, bro. A bonsai trimmer. Whoa, yeah.